for it if the Apollo is going to be at the same price.
Yeah, like the 220 something.
Yeah, 220 for the base Terrapin and 250 for the Apollo, and I think
Yeah.
the critical variant is going to be more than the base. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not even honestly the only ships that I've really been interested in lately have been utility ships and fighters. So like and also like I haven't really even looked at like larger ships until I connected with Mugs and even the other org that I was a part of, Hammer and Anvil. But every time I jump online, everyone from this org is pretty much like here all the time. Hammer and Anvil they are as well, but um, I don't know. I just vibe with everyone here. Feels like a lot better, and everyone has ships, so I feel like I can stick to my niche. You know, like I can stick to salvaging, hauling, mining, and being an escort fighter.
Yeah, that's my big thing. Is I love the industrial stuff. I in Eve for years and years and years, that's all I did was industrial, crafting ships, crafting components, mine, and Star Citizen's been the same way. I love it. I like some ship to ship combat. I really do not like FPS. I don't like running into bunkers and PvP with machine guns. But I will sit there and mine all day long. And salvage too. I like salvage, especially if we can get a few folks to run in a reclaimer. That is so much fun.
Oh yeah. I mean, I haven't done anything with a reclaimer yet. Of all my salvaging has been in a vulture. I've actually salvaged a reclaimer, but
Man, the reclaimer is a lot of fun. I mean, if you can get like 6, 7 people, that way you've got guys on both salvage heads. You got a guy on. Really, you don't need a guy on the claw. The pilot can swap over to the claw because you won't use the claw until after it's all, stripped.
yeah.
But you've got like two guys in the rear with the printers where they're kicking the RMC out and they're stacking the RMC. And man, it's a lot of fun. We made a ton of money when salvage first came out with the reclaimer.
How much money did you guys make the first day out?
Oh, we were in hundreds of millions. We racked up. We were filling that reclaimer up as fast as you could fill it. And that was back when the salvage panels were all over the place. They didn't bug out like you hit grid, and there would be panels everywhere. Panels are where it's at, and salvaging ships is not all that good.
That's what I've been telling everyone is that I've stuck to panels more than any other salvage. Like I just started doing some contracts because I have like a team, but or we had like other people that we're salvaging with the other couple days. But when I'm by myself, I will choose panels over everything else.
Yeah, we tried all of it, and the panels like you drop on grid and hit into vulture. Okay, so if you'll take like a one of the markers that has the EM scores of like 8K, you land on grid, you know there's about
Oh, first Texan,
6 panels.
you're supposed to be salvaging tonight, and now you have to work. Dang, that sucks. Appreciate the likes to the live. Yeah, dude. Honestly, the panels are goated in the game, and I feel like they're also kind of like they're still kind of unknown to the rest of the
They're
verse.
good
Everyone jumps all
eventually,
over the contracts right away.
but like you can go out and salvage like a hammerhead in a vulture. It takes forever to fully salvage it, and you don't sometimes you might fill up if you get every single just square inch of it. You might fill that vulture up, or you could hop to a Lagrange point, grab one of those 6 to 8K markers, fill the vulture up in 5 minutes, and be done. You know, it's just there's such a waste to do the only reason we did the contracts was when the SRV came out,
Mm-hmm.
because you had to get to where you could get the 50K, I think it was the 50K legal missions to haul the hammerhead off, and that would give you 250,000, and we were knocking those out, you know, one of those missions every 2 minutes. We got a crime stat for it, but it was a CS1, so you haul one, you know, you pull it right off grid. It took 30 seconds of towing.
Yeah.
Drop it, fly to Seraphin, pay the 20K off on your crime stat, and you made 225K. And hop back in the SRV, fly back out, grab another mission, do it over and over and over. We made so much money doing that too. Yeah, they've since nerfed that. But the panels, man, the panels are where it's at. And hopefully they'll bring them back. You know, they used to be all over the place, and I guess they still are to an extent, but the nodes they're like bugged. You'll land on grid and you won't see them until you're like, I don't know, 50 meters away from them.
No, I haven't had that issue with panels.
In this patch?
In this patch, no, actually, I found more panels in this patch than I have since. And they've been popping up. So I look for the ping value, and then after I receive the ping value, I've noticed that they've been popping up like pretty quickly, and then it'll show you like you have a cluster of panels that are within like normally it's about 1.5 km kilometers. But once you have the ping value, you just have to follow that value if you're scanned. And so I've been doing that, and it's been working perfectly for me. I was just going to go ahead and rent a bunch of these, the ships that are released today, and then I'm just going to go do some salvaging because I want to do the hauling mission that they have for the event. So I want to complete that hauling contract. So I'm going to use my salvage ship, just like First Texan was saying in his chat. I'm going to use the Vulture to haul the rest of those SEUs, and then Glenn, this game is still pretty unplayable. Still, I don't think so. It's pretty playable. I mean, this week is the event, the IAE event, so it's a little rough because everyone's kind of, you know, hitting the servers, but they're actually a lot more stable than they were for SitCon. Because I was streaming the entire time during SitCon. So Glenn, I typically do like server hopping. So like if I notice that the server's like packed or buggy, I'll jump to another server or one where it's, you know, like the middle of the night in that region. That typically works out for me. But during like the conferences or the events, it can get a little buggy, but I think they're just working towards 4.0, which is supposed to drop in the next like few weeks.
It was pretty stable in Pyro yesterday.
Is that Pyro?
Yeah, it's probably not going to be too much longer. They will go ahead and drop it.
Yeah, I'm not going to step foot in Pyro until it goes to the live. I've been purposefully avoiding the PTU. Like I want to have that live surprise, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, recently the game has been pretty polished. That's what I think. I mean, I was upset during the last two patches because I lost a lot of credits, but um, as far as the gameplay, it has been pretty clean as of late.
Well, this is the smoothest IAE that I've seen in a very long time.
Well, see, there you go.
Last year's IAE, and the year before, and the year before, and the year before that, it was a cluster. This has been very. They've come a long way.
Kiko, yep. It is Star Citizen. You know, I hope this elevator hurries up. Here we go. New Babbage, their elevators are like normal elevator speed, which throws me off. Because all the other locations elevators are like instant. So the fact that New Babbage elevators take like the average amount of time an elevator really takes is interesting. Welcome to the event. All right, let's get up there. Let's get up there. Oh, wow, look at these. That is cool. We got the Saber Comet, Saber, and Beast Mode over here, the Reclaimer. You know, seeing the Reclaimer inside the exhibition hall is a totally different experience. It really shows you how huge this ship is.
It's a big ship.
This is why if you find a down Reclaimer, it's supposed to be like 100 SEUs where you're salvaging. One of very few ships that are worth it to salvage. But I am going to rent it and give it a shot. 2-day rental. Just to see what it's like. The Comet. We'll try the Comet. Stealth Fighter. All right, let's check out the halls. We'll start with 3 and work our way to 4. All right, let's see. Oh, I got the Gladius, Hammerhead, Crash MMA. Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. It's an awesome game. I love it. Even all of its pain points. You're having issues bed logging? Look at that Hammerhead. I'm going to rent that too. Give it a try. SVR Gaming. This game is Star Citizen. Thank you for asking. Star Citizen is the name of the game. It won't let you log? So that's in this hall. So let's check out the next hall. Works on your C1 though. Yeah, I know. I was looking at some of the dev notes, and not all of the big or large ships are going to allow bed logging, but the Polaris is one of them that was supposed to. That's cool. Now let's look at Hall 2. Those guys marching in place. Okay, Hall 2, we have the Avengers. Too many people right now at New Babbage? Oh. Look at the Redeemer. Gunship. We're going to try this one out.
It comes with a stock refrigerator.
It does?
Yeah.
It's not the best I've seen from this manufacturer.
We got the Renegade. You know what? I want to try the Renegade because I'm curious to see how different it is from the other Titans. I just feel like it's not going to be that different, but I'll give it a shot. Couldn't find or couldn't land at the spaceport. Too many people at New Babbage.
Time to land at the Commons ground.
Yeah, there you go. My org buddy just said land at the Commons ground. The Commons. Please remember to stay hydrated while exploring the exhibit. Alright, so we've been through there. There's some more component showcases. Looks pretty standard. Alright, and we're going to head to Hall 4 and 5 because there's got to be new stuff in there too since it's a new day. And every day there's new ships. You know, you know what the Reclaimer looks like? It looks like the ship from Prometheus, actually. Makes total sense.
That's why it's got bloodstains and stuff all around it.
Appreciate the follow, Red Moonshine. Cool name, by the way. Alright, now we're going to check out... Oh, fancy. The Vanguard Warden. Heavy fighters. Heavy fighters are nice. I like those, actually. Go ahead. You can do it. Yep, put it in my hangar. So my goal is to try to rent as many ships as I can. That way when the event's over, I try to see how many stay there. Alright, then we have the Sentinel. I like the Sentinel. The Sentinel actually looks like... The
Sentinel's the one to get if you get one.
Send you a friend request in-game under a different name. Oh, you did? Okay, let me see. Doot. Friends. I have none pending. But if you want to send me a friend request, it's going to be under Cyber IX. Let's see. All right, I'll wait for it to pop up. Yeah, my in-game ID is Cyber IX, actually.
See why some people love this style.
There we go. We are now friends. Yeah, the Sentinel is pretty cool, Jack. It looks pretty cool. All right, let's check out another haul. Let's see what else. We also have to go to the lower deck. Oh, is that still Tumbro?
Everything from yesterday should be in the lower floors.
Yeah, and then it looks like one floor has Tumbro, but... Okay, no, it's not Tumbro. There we go. We have an Eclipse. That Eclipse is nice, too. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. Stealth Bomber. The Retaliator. Yeah, I'll try that too. It's pretty long. I like the concept, though. Jack, I've technically been playing for a little over 2 years, but I've taken some significant breaks in between. Star Citizen players after spending 1,000 bajillion dollars on a ship. Well, you're one of them. Yeah, it's not uncommon.
Gotta support that project, man.
Yeah, you know, supporting good projects. I mean, think about like what they're doing. And if you like when we were testing out the ground vehicles yesterday, that was kind of like a game loop that most people aren't familiar with. Like, oh, you have all the air, it's open world. You have the air, the ground vehicles. You have the space travel. Like, there's just so much. My thoughts on a Polaris. Okay, I can give you my thoughts on a Polaris, and after my experience yesterday, as an individual, I don't really see the Polaris being like that much or holding that much value as a individual. A Peregrine, what? Stealth fighter. But as if you have an org, or you have a bunch of buddies that you're gonna play with, or or even if you just like linking up with people online, like I do from time to time for my streams and stuff, then like, yeah, I can see why you may want to pick one of those up. You know, it was great. We did a major mission yesterday where I was an escort pilot. Why is the Firebird? That looks cool. Why is my thirst going down so fast? And then there's a display hall here. But I think that the Polaris is great. Don't think that if you're an individual player or even if you only play with like one or two other people, you should pick it up. I'm just going to say that. I think you should save your money. Maybe join an org. And then if you do, I thought they were going to have the Idris here. Dang, nope. Just a holograph. Oh, they don't even have the dang Vulcan either. But I would totally I have a Perseus right now. It might update. You have a Nautilus? Dang, that Nautilus is cool. Yeah, you know, if you feel like you're ready for an upgrade, do it. Yeah, if it could be used by less crew, I can see that too. Being highly valuable. I'll tell you right now, I think every ship that I look at right now, I look at it for 2 to 3 people. I don't typically look at it for more than that. Now, I am part of an org. Excuse me, I am part of an org now. And so that changes things a little bit for me. Because like I have more members I can play with, but I don't really see I'm still not buying ships per se for myself that are going to be like 14, 12, 10, even like 6 people person ships. All right, let's see. Did I get everything? I did. Eclipse, Retaliator, Gladius, Hammerhead, Redeemer, Warlock, Titan, Stalker, Titan, Reclaimer. Downstairs. Yep. Looks like we hit everything in the hall today. This is No Limit. This is Star Citizen, and we are currently at the IAE event in-game Star Citizen. That's exactly what this is. Here's a schedule. So tomorrow we'll get the Mirai and the Misk.
I can't wait for Misk.
Yeah.
Hopefully that fortune will be up.
That's pretty cool. All right, now to test them out. Now we can test out the ships. So you're actually able to test out every ship that you see, which is really nice. That's why I was so excited for this event. Just being able to test out the ships is huge. True sights. The fake lighting is honestly the best heavy, or the lightning, excuse me, is honestly the best heavy fighter. Kind of rare to see, but not really. All right, thank you for stopping in. Appreciate all the conversation. Have a good one as well. But yeah. Oh, sweet. Sweet helmet. What's up, dude? Hold on. You found me indeed. All right, I need to get something to drink before I start doing some activities. All right, let's see. Habs and hospitals. Well, we don't want to go that way. Oh. I almost died. I actually died in the tram yesterday. It was pretty bad. I was pretty upset about it. Well, that's commons, and we don't need to stop at the commons. Am I out of cruise locks? Are you a free fly player? No, I am not. I am not. I am a pledged player. I've been pledged for at least the last 2.5 years. Not as long as many other players. There are tons of other players, Dogo, that have been playing for like 10 years. My initial pledge ship was a Drake Cutter because I was interested in some hauling. I was also interested in a few other... Whoa, what is going on right here? Our tram is going through the void. Appreciate the follows, Larry, True Sights. Currently, I'm on a rogue tram. All right, looks like we made it to our destination, though. So that's good. All right. Man, that tram was like, okay. Are you ready? INF, you gotta know my PC specs. Okay. So I am currently running the Ryzen 7, just below the Ryzen 9, actually. So right before you switch over to Ryzen 9, I have currently installed, I have 64 gigs of DDR5 RAM. And then I have a 4090 graphics card running this right now. Haven't played in a few years. First, second I see of live. Nothing's changed, huh? No, I mean, a lot's changed. Believe it or not, a lot has changed. This game actually runs a lot smoother than it did just a year ago, and even more so than 2 or 3 years ago. But right now we have the IAE event going on, and so there's just a lot more happening. INF, thank you. No problem. I have no problem explaining it out. I am here to answer or see what we have going on. Now I'm going to try out a couple of ships that I just saw. Let's try this again. That's weird. Looks like the server might be having a little bit of a slowdown, which means there's a lot more people waking up. All right, which one should we fly first? Zambolian monkey. Okay. I have a similar setup. I feel like it runs like crap. Any suggested settings? Really? Honestly, when I go into my NVIDIA console, the configuration console, you know what I'm gonna try? I've never flown a Hammerhead, so I'm gonna go ahead and try the Hammerhead, and I'm probably gonna put it right back in. Actually, I'm not gonna do the Hammerhead on this planet. Let's try the Eclipse, the stealth bomber. I'll try the Hammerhead on a different planet. Pull it out of a different station. Some suggestions: use the NVIDIA configurator. That works, so you can tweak your settings for that. That allows you to set how you want the system to run with between comparing your RAM usage to your GPU. Because Star Citizen is RAM heavy, it's actually more RAM heavy than it is GPU heavy. Most people don't realize that. You want to make sure that it can have access your RAM a lot more. So you want to free up a lot more RAM for it. Yeah, I honestly don't know then, Zambolian Monkey. If you have 128 gigs of RAM on your desktop, because I'm actually getting ready to install another 64 gigs of RAM on my system. I have it sitting right in a pack. I have to install that and another SSD. You are running a SSD on that system, right? That's the only other thing I forgot to ask. Is it like a Samsung Evo or like a Western Digital or... Ooh, snap. Yeah, M.2. Okay, so yeah, SSD. Dang, this is cool. Hold on, let me see real quick.
That's the Eclipse.
Yeah.
It's a fun ship.
Oh, well, man, I stepped away from Intel, especially for gaming. But I'm not saying that that's the problem, but I just know that I'm not running Intel chips really anymore for any of my gaming systems or streaming systems. I do all AMD cards. Yeah, I only use Intel for like my actual like cyber work and cyber training stuff.
Oh, you think that it runs better on an AMD than it does an Intel chipset?
I do.
That's crazy.
I do. I honestly think Star Citizen runs better on AMD. And the reason I say that is because the very first time that I played it, I know this was a while ago and there's been patches, but it didn't run nowhere near as smooth, even though I gave it a good amount of RAM and a good graphics card. So if I remember back to that first system, I had I actually had an i9 in it 2.5 years ago. And with the i9 and a 6700 XT and 64 gigs of DDR4 at the time, because that was 2.5 years ago, it did not run as smooth. But I rebuilt that system from 2.5 years ago with AMD and a new board, a gaming board. And then I did the same for... Oh, this is nice. Dang, this is really nice. Well, it's not going to be that stealth. You have a Afterburner showing. Do you have a do I have to specify how much RAM the game can use? So you don't have to specify, but you should allot a certain amount to it. So you should allot, if you can, try to allot like at least 35 gigs of the 64 gigs with the ability to expand. I like this. How fast am I going? Oh. How fast can I go? I can go, before I actually get into the red, I can go about 1,000. Thousand meters per second. If I drop a bomb here, I'm going to get a 5 crime stat. Zambolian. I'll have to double check and look again. It's been a while since I did it. With that app or with the NVIDIA application that I downloaded with it. But I'll look again and then I'll probably make a post about it. Okay, so are the munitions on board is the real question. Weapons are still locked. You're very welcome. We still in Armistice Zone? Weapons are still locked. Is the whole planet on Armistice? Armistice right now? Man, I don't even have any, what you call them, flying. Let's see. Is that still Armistice? What? I'm not even going the speed I was going originally. Let's crank this up. Why is it not speeding up? Where are the bombs? Let's see. Oh. All right. Appreciate the follow. I think this is a pretty nice ship. Now let's go ahead and get on out the atmosphere since we picked up all the ships. All right. Have fun with the kiddos. Talk to you later. Oh, 400. Okay, it's actually speeding up now. Going about 900 meters per second. Crusader. You know, I'm trying to figure out where I want to go. Let's figure out what I want to do. How about that? All right, we need to complete that contract, that hauling contract. Oh, fun. I have to go to this. Oh, Port Tressler. Okay. Which should be right next to me. Port Tressler is... Langridge Port. Nope, that is shallow. That's just the asteroid field. Wait, where is... Did I miss something? What's up, Sevens? What's going on? There we go. Oh, nice! You ordered your PC parts? Sweet. Just need a case. You can find cheap cases on Amazon or even Newegg. Newegg. Honestly, I'm getting ready to do this event hauling mission really quick, just to knock it out, sevens. I don't want to like not do it and then forget. I gotta do like a bunch of programming later on, so I don't want to forget. And I'm not sure what everyone else is doing, but I'll be on for a few hours. Wait, what did you buy? Because if you're saying you need a 750 watt for a power supply, or you just need a full tower, as you meant. Look at newegg.com and look at and then obviously Amazon, but Newegg definitely. Let's get a docking port, shall we, or a hanger.
Thank you, and please visit again.
There we go. We got a hanger. We have a winner. Landing gear retracted. One of these. Here we go. Is it me or... Oh, there's one on the other side. What is that doing there? Polaris. Should I try shooting that Polaris down? I know it'll be a bad situation. See, I'll have to look. You got an i9 processor. What? No, don't give my landing zone to anybody else. Oh, boo. So you got a i9 processor, I think it's called, and you got a 3070 graphics card. Yeah, that sounds like a processor and a graphics card for sure. And they're not bad. They're pretty good for what you're going to do. Pretty good. So here's what I'm against. People who think that because the 40 series came out that the 30 series is inadequate all of a sudden that makes no sense to me. No sense. And if anyone ever paid attention to how long the actual dude, is this not going to open and just change? It's my assigned landing bay. Can you open, please? There we go. But that's you got some good components there. So I would say you did good. You did good. Now let's go ahead and store this, and then we're going to do this hauling mission.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
And I actually need to think of what ship I will use for that. Well, let's store this one. Tank, combat, transporter, vehicle. I could do that too, but I'm not going to do that. Cargo, Pathfinder, racing. I need to check out this racing one for sure. Maybe I should do that first. Stealth bomber, carrier. Cargo 8. You know what? All right. That's also because I'm in a small ship hangar. No wonder. It's like, wait a minute, I'm missing something.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
It's gonna let me store or what?
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
I think Port Tressler is glitching out.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Okay, here we go. What? Am I gonna have to take the C1 again? Huh. Looks like the only ship I can do this with that I'm going to enjoy flying right away, at least. Wait, A1 Spirit Bomber. C1 Spirit. Redeemer, Reclaimer. You know what? I want to test out the Reclaimer. I'm gonna do it with the Reclaimer. It's gonna be such a pain, but I'm gonna do it anyway with the Reclaimer.
I'm sorry. That is an invalid request.
Oh, you can't at this station. It's too big.
Goodbye. Welcome
They don't have a hangar
to the
big enough
ASOP
for it.
vehicle retrieval system.
I'm sorry. Due to inactivity, we have been forced to assign your landing zone to another customer.
Let's try to Renegade.
That is an invalid request.
Wait, why is that invalid?
Please visit us again.
I don't know. What's going on with this terminal?
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. I'm sorry. That is an invalid request. Please visit us again. Goodbye. Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System. Vehicle select. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Okay, we have a vehicle, so that's
Please
nice.
visit us again.
Let's see if it can handle all the cargo, though. Which hangar? I am not sure. There's no hangar. Dang, that elevator took forever. And it still doesn't have my hangar. You play Forza Call of Duty 5M? 5M? Like Grand Theft Auto RP? Yeah. I have in the past. Forza, not I haven't in a while, but I actually thinking about getting into some Forza after TwitchCon. Because I had a good time playing it. I used to play Grid. Grid, I played. I did a little iRacing. I still have an iRacing subscription, actually. I have my whole pedal set up right under my and steering wheel under my my desk right now. I thought about attaching it to my ships. I thought it'd be hilarious to I thought it would be hilarious to be able to fly a ship with a steering wheel instead. So I think I should be able to get 8 in here. Let's see. What's going on, Quasi? Have you been having fun with the IAE? I don't mind using the pedals. They're not bad. And they're normally pretty responsive, actually. Okay, this contract's changed again. I will accept, though. Oh, you got a Firebird? Nice. Yeah, I got a G29 steering wheel, but I should have gotten a Thrustmaster. Yeah, I thought about that too. Honestly, I had mine, and then it turned into everyone was talking about 4.0 releasing. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait for 4.0 to release. If it's only like 2 more weeks, that is going to be before it release. Because that's when I'm really going to start grinding this game a little bit more. But my Twitch has my schedule for how I stream. And I'm going to adjust my schedule a little bit. But my Twitch has my schedule. And so normally I'll play other games, not just Star Citizen, but I'll play other games as well. But right now I've kind of been on like a major Star Citizen binge. Did I see what they did to the Carrack? How they gave it an upgrade? Is that what you mean, Quasi? Yeah, the cargo doors. Yeah, they're giving it an upgrade to be responsive. All right. Let's do this. Hopefully this fits. I need to turn this ship around is what I really need to do. Line it up with the actual cargo. Cargo bay. I don't know why I chose a Titan. It said 8, and they meant 8 in this thing. I can tell you that much. Yeah, I'm going to turn this around, make it easier. Cargo doors. Ladder. It is pretty cool looking, though. Cargo doors. On a Carrick. Is there going to be a walking path in here? Because I don't feel like there will be. I'm ready to choose another ship right now. Was this one's going to be a tight squeeze? Can't even 2-stack. Can I get around the other way? No, I cannot. How dare this thing say 8? Let's see. Uh-oh. Server's being a little weird right now. It is being a little touchy. Kidding me? I don't want to be this careful. All right. Why is this so difficult? Okay, so if anyone's wondering, should they buy this for hauling? Don't. Don't buy this for hauling. I would not do hauling if this was my first ship. I would absolutely abandon hauling if this was my first ship. Alright, hold on 1 second. Something's weird going on. Alright. Now that's cleared up. Two more. There we go. Close the ramp. Now let's get to the delivery location. Quest hangar doors open.
Clear to launch.
Pretty sweet paint job, though.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Oh, this thing is fast. Holy crap. Alright, where are we going? This thing is really fast. I think you should, Muff. Think you should give it a shot. It's worth it. I mean, think about it. You spend $45, which is cheaper than most games, and you pretty much get Space GTA. Absolutely, it would, and that's because this game is more on RAM than it is the graphics card. But a 4090 or 4070 Super would definitely, absolutely kill in this game. It's actually kind of like overkill, but it's still that should tell you you're fine. So there are plenty of decent starter packages. It depends on like what you want to start the game doing, but if you kind of want to do something all around, so like I'm flying this Avenger Titan right now. I'm not a huge fan of it because my game loop traditionally was hauling, initially, but that doesn't mean that you have to be the same. So on a website, they have quite a few different ships, and they're discounted right now. So, like for example, like the game packages are going, all of them are averaging between $45 and like $60. Oh, you're into mining and stuff like that? Oh, okay, that's good. So they do. Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure they have a game package right now for. Let me double check. Right now, for you. So the Intrepid starter pack is good for cargo as well as exploration. That one's going for 68. Now, if we're talking about mining specifically, that's going to cost you a little bit more. Just because you have to buy like upgrades and stuff for mining. But the Cutlass, I would say the Cutlass Black is another hauling system. I bought the Drake Cutter starter. It was $60. That was 2 years ago though. But if you're not into fighting, I would stay away from all the fighter-looking ships. I would get with either the Intrepid, the Cutter. The Cutter is really good for utility stuff. It's an F-117. What? Not this. I mean, I can see some of the similarities. It's pretty cool, though. The Canadian. The Canadian.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
All right, we have a landing pad. You know what makes me happy is I don't think there's a lot of people doing this mission right now. Can you earn upgrades in game with paying real money? This is definitely not the Polaris. So when it comes to upgrades, you earn upgrades in game by in-game credits. Sorry, I haven't seen any upgrades specifically for real game money. You can continue to buy ships though with real money. So if you wanted to buy a mining ship after you bought your pledge ship, oh yeah, without paying real money, yes, Muff, you can upgrade your ship just fine without paying real money in game. Now here's what I'm going to tell you though. So something that I think is really important to know about the game is that we have a major update coming soon. So there is a major update. It's called 4.0. It's supposed to happen within the next couple weeks. And the only ships that are really going to stick around are going to be the ship that you buy in game, or sorry, out of game, which is the pledge store ships. So pretty much your game package, if that makes sense. But yeah, so I do upgrades to my ship in game, all in game credits. I buy ships in game, all in game credits. You don't have to actually buy ships out of the game. The only reason people are buying ships out of the game right now is because there's a major update coming out, and having that major update, it kind of preserves your ability to keep your games throughout or keep your ships throughout any updates or patches. Did I answer your question? I hope it did. There's a lot of mining in this game, which is pretty cool too. If you're into mining, I'm actually gonna do some mining next week. The new system and new portal. Yeah, so there's going to be, the 4.0 is going to have the new system Pyro. That's coming in 4.0, yeah. So we'll have this system that we're currently in, which is pretty massive and still really fun. And then we'll get Pyro as well. Yeah, the other guy's streaming it. That's in the PTU verse. I'm playing the live verse, so the actual live game. The PTU is kind of where they put test stuff as well. So anytime something new's about to come out, they kind of put it in the PTU to test it out, see how it's going to run, and then they bring it over to live when it's ready. Why does this have to be dumb? There we go. Yeah, the new system is called Pyro, and so I think it's going to be like, it's going to have that reddish kind of Armageddon feel to the system most of the time, or Ragnarok feel, I should say. But I'm just waiting for it to drop so that I can get back to salvaging and hauling and even doing some mining, and then I can just start buying all my ships in game and buying all my gear, because we're going to have 4.0 for like at least 2 years. I mean, you'll see some additional patches, but there'll be minor patches like we were going through with 3.0. Sweet. Drop that off. Let's see if we can complete this contract. Check out my Wolfgang fist. Oh yeah, looks like that's going to complete that contract. Contract complete. Is there a Discord for the org? Absolutely. TJ Doyle. We have a Discord for our org. But you have to officially apply to go to the org in the Robert Space Industries website. Muff, let's see. One more question. So you recommend a joystick, or is keyboard just fine? Keyboard is absolutely more than fine. The reason I play with a controller, because I like flying with a controller and moving around and stuff like that. But like, my first year I played with a keyboard and mouse, it was fine. No issues. Now, when it comes to like the flight sticks or like flight, Thrustmaster, stuff like that, you can pick one of those up for flight too. Oh, that's right. So, okay, I was like trying to figure out, I was like, King Drippler, you kept adding me to like parties, and I was like, why is that for some reason not ringing a bell? I was like, and then I thought about it, I was like, you know what? It is. Yeah, the Discord, I can send you an invite. Just send me a message on your application was approved by Ardon, right? If it was approved, then yeah, we just need to send you a Discord invite, in which I can do that, I believe. But yeah, just shoot me a message on TikTok so it can be at the top of my queue, so I know when I get done in my live, I can just shoot you the Discord invite to the server. Actually, I might be able to do it now. All right, I want to test this racing ship though.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
I have the invite link ready. Did you put your role on your app? Like if you wanted to be a warlord or you want to go to commerce? Yeah, because I know sometimes the Don holds the apps if we don't have like a role designation, and that's why we normally don't. Sometimes we don't get those individuals in Discord just yet until we have like a role designation. But let's see. All right, this is a racing ship. So this is the first racing ship that I'm going to fly. Oh, why do I feel like this thing's going to be super fun? Systems green. Oh wow, do you hear those engines power up? They sound strong. Let's get these hangar doors open. You want to be commerce? Okay. Yeah, so send me a quick message on Snapchat so I can, or not Snapchat, on TikTok so I can send you the Discord invite. Rick Sanchez. Enjoying a jar of Cherry Garcia. Oof.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Okay, let's put the landing gear up. Woo! This thing moves. Okay. So 221. Shields off. Let's see how fast it really can go. The base is 655?
For what?
For the what am I in right now? Oh, the Peregrine.
Yeah, but it does it have a quantum?
It does.
The racer, then, I imagine?
No, it's the Aegis Peregrine.
I know, but I imagine it's a racer, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's a racing vehicle. Yeah, I just wanted to test it out.
I'm hoping my F8 isn't bugged. I would love to actually be able to go there.
Oh, I can take this to 13, over 1300. What's up, Kyle? Oh, I just pulled some G's. How is my speed getting lower as I'm going towards the planet? Pretty sure gravity works differently.
Air resistance.
There's not enough air resistance in the universe to stop, like, to make it so that it overrides gravity.
No,
Like,
you'd be get so
and
the whole
thrust.
ships are kind of like a big fuck you to gravity. And the air resistance on those fucking when you get in the atmosphere, the initial in the inertia, it just doesn't like it. So it cuts your speed down hard.
Oh yeah, we're pulling some. We've definitely crossed Mach 2 and 3. We are moving. Oh, blacking out from the G's. .0 G's pulled. And that bumped up to about 9. 16 G's. It's okay, breathe. Just breathe, my good pilot. Let's test gravity. Sorry, hold on. Just keep breathing. We're at 13. Oh yeah, we're cooking. Man, you gotta get a feel for this thing. Maneuvers on a dime, I love it. King Drippler, I just sent you a invite for Discord. Where am I going? Let's see. So we are traveling to Hurl 05 so that we can then jump to pick up my vulture so I can actually do some productive stuff. All right, chat. I'm actually getting ready to take a little bit of a break from the stream. I will be back at my regular scheduled time, which is about 4:30, 4:35 actually. Then I look at my actual schedule. It says 4:35. So I'll be back doing that. Appreciate everybody in a live as well as the stream. I will see you later. Thank you for all the support and hanging out. You should have received the Discord links if I sent them, and then as long as you submitted the app and it was approved by our Don. And for anybody else,